Hey, what's going on there, guys? Cloud Truth here, back with some more Battlefield 4 gameplay, and just after this kill right here, I unlocked the PKP Pecheneg. At least I'm pretty sure that's how I'm saying it right. I'm going to call it the PKP in this video for, just that way I don't make sure I'm not screwing up too bad in terms of the name of it. So we're stick with the PKP here, but I just unlocked the weapon, and I'm going to switch over to it right now. Spawn in, and I'm going to take you guys through my first life with this gun. I cut it out because it was kind of, excuse me, it was kind of boring early on as I just was running around looking for some enemies. So once I found some though, you'll jump right back in here and you'll see my first life with this weapon. Now, I know this gameplay is rather old in terms of how I've progressed so far in Battlefield 4 with LMGs and the support class in general, because if I've just unlocked the Pecheneg, that means I have not maxed out the support class LMGs, which is by no means the case. Currently, I've already long maxed that out. This was just a couple days I maxed out the support class in terms of the LMGs and as well as the class in general. I already got my first superstar, making my way to my seconds. I'm starting to use other classes more, just kind of get those gadgets like the recon, the motion balls was one of the big ones that I was looking for, the radio beacon, as well as the assault class defibrillators, just so I can have those in my arsenal, as well as the couple of the engineer different gadgets, those type of things. I'm trying to use those just a little bit more so I can switch roles when needed to be in order to help my team on the battlefield. But the PKP Pecheneg here, once again, I think it's the Pecheneg, we'll stick with the PKP, is a weapon that many people used a lot in Battlefield 3. It was a great gun in BF3. I personally thought it was one of those weapons where it was solid all around. It didn't perform the best. It was a little bit like the 416 or the AUG. It didn't perform the best in terms of its where its strengths and weaknesses were, in terms of how it did in close, medium, and long range, accuracy, rate of fire, recoil, things like that. It wasn't bad in terms of the support class. It had a pretty solid, I think it was 600 RPM in Battlefield 3. It maintains that over to BF4, and it still has this high damage that is very, very nice to finally use one of these big boy heavy hitting LMGs after using the Ultimax or U100, the Type 88, and of course the LSAT. Now, those weapons aren't bad by any means. It's just that I was getting a little bit frustrated with those guns starting out with, except for the U100, because that 590 RPM is really helpful, especially with the heavy barrel. Allows you to be very, very accurate at longer ranges. And so unlocking the Pecheneg was kind of, okay, here we go. I got a real LMG now in terms of its damage goes. The thing is it packs a punch, in that it really does. And it's gonna kind of introduce me to what it's gonna be like once I unlock the M240B. Now, the 240B, in my opinion, if you're looking to use a heavy hitter LMG, is the top goal where you want to be, because it just, the simple fact of just that little bit extra rate of fire can sometimes save your life in an engagement. But the PKP Pecheneg is by no means a bad weapon just because it fires slower. It is in many ways, actually, I shouldn't say many ways, but in some people's minds, it's better than the M240B because of that lower rate of fire makes for more manageable recoil, which is one of the biggest things when it comes to using LMGs in Battlefield 4 is really, I should say in any game in general, is if you can't control the weapon, then you can't use it. It's that simple. And so for many people, the M240B it kicked too much for them. Even with attachments that helped them reduce the recoil, it kicked too much for them. But the PKP was a weapon that they found they could rein in and actually control this weapon very well. And so it's a great kind of starting off gun to introduce you to what it's like to use one of these big heavy hitting LMGs. And you unlock this gun pretty early. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the 4th LMG in total. It's the 3rd one you unlock, but it really gives you a great introduction to how the big boy LMGs feel, how you are able to really understand how they work. And that is the fact of they're very good in kind of this close to short medium range. Once you get to longer ranges, they can struggle. You just need to learn to tap or burst fire with them, and you'll be able to get some longer range kills. But I find that with this higher damage, it really, really packs a punch in close quarters. And you can see a lot of the things I did there is if you take cover and use this weapon very, very effectively as kind of a more strategic gun, then you're going to end up doing very well. And as you can see, this is my first game with the Pecheneg, and I did that well. So I'm pretty sure for me personally, I feel like I did pretty well starting out with, although I'm pretty sure there's guys out there that could absolutely just destroy me with it. So, but that's kind of my first thoughts about the Pecheneg. I'll come back to this weapon a little bit later on after I've used this more. Take care, guys. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.